Hello, good morning. Welcome to this conversation. It's going to be very short. And I know a lot has been going on, and a lot of us are still shocked with the happenings in my home country, Ghana. And I just want to add my voice to it. I posted this some 3 nights ago, and I said, should a parent be held liable for the mistakes of their children? And I pasted a link about stories in the US. Very basic, simple stories of children using their cars to crash and kill people. Children taking their father's gun or their own gun to school to get involved in school shootings. And one case like that is when, it's just a recent case, and the parents are serving 15 years in jail while the child is serving life sentence without parole. Life sentence without parole. When they said life sentence without parole, it means you don't have any chance of being pardoned. The parole there means you don't have any opportunity of being pardoned in any way. You are going in for life. So at 17, 18, your life is done. That is where you are going to die in jail. And the parents are being held liable, and they are also serving 15 years in jail because they sat there unconcerned or whatever, and their child used this gun. They couldn't secure the gun, they couldn't protect the child from seeing or having access to it, and so they are being held liable. The case in Ghana right now where a child has crashed into another car, killing a family, and everyone is in uproar. Oh, the child there, he will go away scot free. He will go away scot free because there's nothing that can be done to him because he's a child. He's 16. No, all these cases that I'm talking about, if you go to my wall, you can read the link. They are all 16. They are all underage. In America, when such issues happen, they will wait for you. When you are 18, then they'll jail you. Yes, I've read cases where the crimes were committed when these kids were very young, underage, right? And they waited. They just hold a case. You'll be in juvenile detention until you are old enough to face judgment and you'll be judged. And your parents will also be judged. There's another fresh case of a young man who has crashed his car into another young man, killing them on the spot. And the case is in court now. And the boy has been sentenced. And they are waiting. And everyone is calling for the precedent that has been set in the shooting case for the children, the parents of these young boy to also be jailed. And it will come. You understand? Because the mother was aware of the son's reckless driving. Because the mother was tracking the son's speed. He was tracking his car. He has an app that he can easily check the speed the son was going. And he commented, "Yeah, yes, son, I saw you today. You were driving, you were doing 125 mph in a 25 mph. mph, that's miles per hour. So when you look on your car dashboard, those of you who drive, when you look on the car dashboard, there are numbers that are written in bold and there are some in small, especially cars that come to Africa. They have the kilometers and they have the miles, right? So the miles are always the bigger numbers and the kilometers are the small numbers sometimes, most of the cars. But like Mercedes has only one. And you can switch between miles or kilometers. So right now I'm doing 21 miles per hour. Convert that to kilometers. You go to Google, you can convert that. And it will tell you how many kilometers per hour you are driving. And so the mother was tracking and you see here, there are speed limits in everywhere. Okay? Where I'm driving now, the speed limit is 45 mph. Yeah, they've written it there. 45 miles per hour. That is the speed limit. If you go beyond and something happens, police, you'll be held responsible. It's a criminal offense. You understand? In school zones, you cannot go beyond 20 or 25 miles per hour. There are city limits. In Washington, the city limit is 20 miles per hour in the book. You see, until the thing happens, you never know how you'll be held until you go overboard. And even here, if you do even sometimes 15 miles per hour over the speed limit, it's a criminal offense. Yes, let alone be doing more than 100, more than 50. It means you are driving with intent to kill. So when police stops you, your charges are not misdemeanor, your charges are not just a speeding ticket. It's a criminal offense and it will be on your record. You understand? Yes, I've had speeding tickets before, but those were just maybe 5 overboard or 10 overboard. Those are not criminal. But if you do more than, let's say 30, 25, more than the speed limit, that is a criminal offense and you'll be held responsible. So this mother, in this particular case, saw the child doing 125 miles per hour in a 25 miles per hour zones. And she never took the car. She never took the car key from the son. All right? Yes, he said he was doing 105 in a 25 miles per hour zone. He never took the car. She never took it. She never granted the boy because you have the capacity to grant that child. Say, hey, look, my daughter now is off phone. He's been off phone for almost a month now. That is how children are. You have to train them the way you want them to be. You have to model them. They are just like a clay. You just have to shape them the way you want them to be. You know, sometimes they'll deviate a little bit, but trust me, with constant modeling, yes, they'll take the shape. No matter the deviation, they will still come back because they have certain base trainings. There are certain base training that you cannot do away with. We have a case in Ghana right now where that child is now, and there is a video going around. In fact, there's not like a video going around. It was the father who was making, the father is a pastor, a man of God in Ghana, a very known man of God in Ghana. And that pastor was heard and seen making comments about the fact that he is above the law in Ghana, indirectly. Yes. He said, oh, Ghana police, he said in America, probably he was speaking in America, or he was speaking in a church in America. He said, oh, here in America, the police will not even let you drive because you go to speed limits a little bit, then they'll stop you. You speed a little bit, they stop you. But in my home country, when the police sees me, they salute me and call me Papa. They call me a lieutenant. They call me general. They call me boss. Yeah. And the police cannot do anything. He drives without license. He can drive without a tag, a number plate on his car, and nobody can do anything. Was seemed to be bluffing. Was seemed to be blowing his horn because he can be lawless in our country, Ghana, and no one can say anything. Yeah, that was the whole thing. He said he can be lawless and no one can do anything to him. Now the son has killed somebody, and that is a criminal offense. Yeah, irrespective of whether you are underage or not, killing is a criminal offense. But I know, as usual, our homeland, Ghana, beautiful country. Before you say, Jack, this thing is washed under the carpet. And it will be very unfortunate. When there are systems where parents are held responsible for the action of their children because they refuse to tame them, they refuse to nurture and direct them and actually protect those children from those things. You see, this is negligence in the first place because you are failing to protect that child. Yes, how can you give such a machine to that child? The cars and the things, look, here there are laws. The laws work, and until you are caught in the net, you never know. Yeah, the child is serving life sentence. The parents are serving, and there are so many cases. And lawyers and judges have made arguments to that effect. Go to my wall. I pasted it there on Facebook. Go and read the story. And there are so many other stories you can read. In the recent shooting in Georgia school, very unfortunate, when two math teachers were killed. Right? Now they are contemplating. In fact, the police must prove liability in that case before the parents will even be jailed based on this precedent. I've heard lawyers in Ghana, the child is a juvenile, it's underage. Underage? No. You wait when you are of age, you face the judgment. We are all parents. Let us all take responsibility. Let us all be responsible for our children. Let us do our best. Yes, it is hard. This generation, it is difficult. It seems difficult sometimes, but trust me, do your best. All right? Do your best. And if it happens that you need to take that thing from them, take it from them. Delay the gratification. See, the enjoyment, delay it, take it away from them. If it's the phone, let them go off the phone. If it is the tablet, let them go off the tablet. If it is the car, let them go off the car. I deal with cars. And I tell my daughter, look, when you are 15, you start going to school, you start getting, around, definitely I will get you a car. But trust me, I will be in control. So long as I'm in your life, I will be in control of that car. No. Even if you have to go and put a device that limits your speed, I'm going to put it. And that is exactly what I'm thinking of doing now. I'll get you in the car. Yes, the device will cost me, but I'll pay. I'll rather have you to go within the speed limit than to be overspeeding. Put a device in there that will limit the speed you can go. Yes, because at least I want you safe. Do you know the number one killer in America? Do you know the number one thing that kills teenagers? It is car crash. Yes, it is not drugs. It is not anything. It is car crash. A car accident. Go and look at the statistics. The number one thing that kills people in America here is car crash, especially the teenagers. It is not dry, it's not vape. No, it is not those things. Those things are nothing. It's not alcohol, no. Yeah, it is accidents. So if you knowingly, you see, and the law here doesn't even care. You are the parent. You have the authority. You can decide that, hey, you are grounded. You cannot touch this. You cannot go here. You cannot go. Look, if you do it and you put the systems in place, the child cannot circumvent it. Even if the child circumvents, there must be consequences. But unfortunately, my homeland country, Ghana, let's see how it plays out. Let's hope. Yesterday, I was reading the news online that the parents have been arrested and whatever. But you see, with the father already bluffing on the streets that he is above the law, kind of in Ghana. And we all know in Africa, so many people are above the law. Oh, yeah. If you go and check, there are so many people who even clear their cars without paying duty. Yeah. They are driving illegal cars. There are so many of them. Men of God are involved. Yeah, the police are involved. The police know all these people. You think they don't know? I talk to my police friend. They tell me, look, we know all of them, but they kind of are untouchable. Why is that? This young man must be held responsible, and the parents must be held responsible as well. That is my honest opinion. Look, if it is me, yes, I must be held responsible. So long as everyone is equal before the law, they must also be held responsible. That child must face justice. Yes. It may not bring back the dead, no, but justice must be served. And the parents must be held responsible because you knew your child, you knew your son does this. Whether he's racing or he's doing, whatever. He's trying to prove a point to a friend or trying to prove a point to the girlfriend or whoever, impress or whatever, whoever he was trying to impress. He has killed families. He has killed people. He has destroyed properties. I don't even know if that car was even insured. So if the car wasn't, because I know my home country now, it's a land of all possibilities. If the car wasn't insured, then it means the property is gone. You have to fix your own property. The house owner have to fix their own. The electricity company have to fix it. And you you go and find your way out. The insurance company will not pay anything to you. All you may know is a third party. It's a liability, just a liability insurance, which does not hold anything. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But I hope and pray that this child and the parents will be held responsible for these particular criminal offense. It's unfortunate, but let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. But I'm just admonishing all parents. Let us be vigilant. Let us be, yes, the Gen Zs or Gen ZZZs or whatever they call them are getting more sophisticated. They are getting more aggressive and whatever. But it is your responsibility as a parent to curb some of these things. All right? If it means calling, look, I've seen parents here who call police on their kids. Yes. He said, look, my kid is behaving erratically, my kid is behaving irrationally, my kid is behaving this way, and he's on drugs, he's that, he has done this, he's misbehaving, and they will call police. And the police will come and they will have a talk with that child. If that child wants to throw tantrums and show misbehavior, boom, you are in the cooler. Yes, at the end of the day, you are inside the cooler. All right? So let us all be responsible. Let us all do our best. I know it is difficult. Parenting is not, there is no book on parenting because, look, every child is unique in their own way. Yes, I understand. Because I'm a teacher, I appreciate that. Every child is unique. And nobody gives you a manual for parenting each. But look, the books that are there are only like a guide, but each child is different. All right? The books will tell us temperaments, they will tell us this, they will tell us that, but trust me, if you are met with the reality, you realize that all your book knowledge does not hold. Yeah, that is where you face it. You can read all the books, but it takes you, the adult, to be able to be smart enough to think through things and say, listen, this is how I can handle this. Even if it means calling the police, hey, I need you to take this boy to your military camp and give him some training for me. Even if he has to take that, let them do it. Discipline. Yeah. I know people will be telling her, you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I'm a teacher. I've handled students. I've handled all kinds of characters. And I can tell you that sometimes when we get to the classroom, the book knowledge we have and all the skills we have, you realize that it goes outside the window. It just goes out of the window. Now you are faced with the reality. And you must think on your spot. You must think on your feet. You must make decisions right on the spot. You understand? So sometimes it's hard. Yes, I'm a parent and I'm a teacher and I'm handling students, all kind of characters. So you should know. You should know. I understand. I know it's not easy. And you see, these parents, most of them cannot handle these kids. That is why they send them to us. Yes, we know. We know. It's not like rocket science. We all know that some parents cannot even stand their own children. That is why they say, hey, go to school. Some people are happy when their children go to school because they know their problem has left them. They are going to come to us. It is our responsibility to manage them. And you see, those children, some of them, when they come to us, they behave differently. Yes, they talk to their parents anyhow. They don't, because it depends on the way the relationship is now different. So it depends on the way we handle them. Some of them also misbehave towards us. They cannot misbehave towards their parents. So you have to always find a balance. That is why there must be a communication between you, the teacher, and the parent. Go to your child's school. Go and check what they are doing. Talk to their friends. Try and know who their friends are. There are so many things. You understand? We are doing our best. Yes, I understand. I appreciate it. But let's do more. Let's do more. Even if it has to mean that we have to take radical decisions, let's do more. All right? That is my take. And I hope we are all watching the case, because this is a big test case for Ghana law. And we all live to see what the judges and what the lawyers are going to say. And we all learn from it. But there are precedents, so they can also learn from those precedents. In other jurisdictions, people have been jailed, their parents have been jailed. So let's all learn from it. All right? Have a good morning. And let's communicate again in the afternoon when I'm driving back home. All right? Let me see your comments in the comment section. What do you think? what do things should be done based on precedents in other jurisdictions, because we always copy, right? We always say, oh, in the law in this country, this is what happened. In the law in this country, this is what happened. But yet we refuse to apply the same common sense when it comes to certain people. We live to see. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you when I see you. Adios.